So, just some short clips to explain what my thought process is behind some different situations when I am blocking and when I guard cancel in all of these situations. And I want to explain what the purpose of the guard cancel is um, generally. So, in this first one, I'm knocked down. Legs here is going to throw a fireball, and my fireball is a charge one. So this whole time when I'm blocking, or when I'm on the ground, I'm charging. And so I get hit by it, and I'm in block stun right now. I can't do anything for the first 9 frames of block stun, and then I can start a guard cancel. That's universal for every character except Pluto when she has desperation, and maybe one other situation. But generally, the timing will always be the same. You will always guard cancel. You'll always be able to guard cancel at the same timing. Now, when you actually guard cancel, the actual timing of it might differ based on what kind of situation you're in. And what move you want to guard cancel is different. So like I could have done Wake Up Tornado here to block this, and I wouldn't have guard canceled at all. But as you see, I'm in block stun. Legs is in recovery frames of her fireball, and then I start my fireball. I guard canceled, so I transition directly from block to the startup frames of my fireball. Legs is still in recovery, and she tries to start walking forward because she is actionable before me, or I was actionable before her, but she didn't, commit to another thing after her recovery frames besides walking forwards. So the idea behind this guard cancel is to take back control of the neutral after I got knocked down. So Mercury's fireball is pretty slow moving, but it also doesn't have a lot of recovery. So if I do this on wake up, I'm blocking and then I guard cancel into this fireball, Legs has to block it. She can throw a fireball, but she will trade with my fireball because my fireball goes above hers and hers goes down here. So she won't hit me because I'm actionable first. I'll be able to block her fireball, and she will get traded by my fireball if she throws another snake. So I'm actionable first, and I get to walk behind my fireball. So that's the idea behind this guard cancel, and this happens pretty frequently. I'm using my fireball as a guard cancel to regain control of the neutral and put myself in the position of the person who's like who's forcing stuff and making the decision. I get to decide what's happening because I was actionable first because I guard canceled. So that's the idea behind that one. So you can guard cancel in an offensive way, like I just described, where you take back control of the neutral by guard canceling. But guard cancel is also a very potent defensive option as well. So as you see here, I'm knocked down. I'm not sure how I got knocked down. Let me see. I got knocked down from a throw, and so Thornman starts doing his desperation. Now, this desperation, obviously, a lot of desperation can kill you outright if it hits you. Even from my health, it can probably kill me or put me within chip range, which is not where I want to be against Jupiter. So, I'm waking up. I'm blocking. I take a couple hits, and then I backdash. Now, backdash is a special move. It's coded as a special move, so you can guard cancel into a backdash, which I'm sure you know that, but that's why we guard cancel against Jupiter Coconut, because that's how we're able to do it. So I backdash, and then his desperation ends. I avoid a lot of chip damage by doing that. I avoid like 2 full hits of his desperation chip damage by backdashing, doing a guard cancel backdash, and then I get a throw because he's still in recovery, and I win the round off of it. So here I use guard canceling defensively. I use it to reverse the situation completely and get the kill when there was a chance that I might die there if I misplay. against that desperation. So, offensive use, and then, regaining control of the neutral, making the decisions in the neutral, making my opponent have to react to what I'm doing. And then defensive use, I'm knocked down, I might die, but I can guard cancel backdash and get a throw and reverse the situation and win the round off of it. Here's another situation. I get hit here. I get air hit, so I get pushed back. And then I throw another tornado, but I get hit again, so I'm pushed back. And then I get hit again. And so, Venus here is doing a sweep, but I block it. Excuse me. But I block it. So I'm in block stun, and I could have actually blocked this and done a tornado and just got a true punish. When you're really on with guard canceling, this is the kind of thing where someone presses a button on you, like a committal button, like a heavy punch or a heavy kick, and you just get free damage. Because if you do a fast enough guard cancel thing, like a DP or a fast fireball, and in my situation, a tornado here would just, I'd block the sweep, and then I do the tornado, and I get, free damage. And it's just a muscle memory thing where I'm like, I'm blocking it, and then I'm inputting the special, and it's just one fluid thing because I recognize the situation. But here, I do not do that. Instead, I still guard cancel here. I'm getting pushed back. Venus is still in recovery. I throw a tornado. I do a guard cancel tornado here, and that just happens to cover this jump in that Venus does. So I guard cancel, and I cover a jump in. It's similar to the first clip where I'm taking control of the neutral, and here I am covering a potential option that my opponent might do with the guard cancel. Then I walk forward, and what I was talking about earlier, my opponent wakes up, and they do a sweep, point blank range. So here I am blocking the sweep. And I actually start standing up because what I'm doing here is I'm holding back, and then I'm going forwards and upwards to do a guard cancel tornado. So here I'm in the block animation. I'm in block stun still, but I'm able to guard cancel. So I do a tornado while I'm in block stun. And that gets a true punish and a ton of damage on the Venus. So this is the most frequent guard cancel, I feel like. Once you get good at guard canceling, and it's just in your muscle memory, then you are going to be able to get punishes on basic buttons like that. If someone's doing a sweep on you, or if someone's doing a committal heavy button on your block, and you're close enough to them, your muscle memory is just there, and you get the guard cancel. So this is a defensive, it's kind of a mix. I get a true punish off of my opponent pressing a button on me. And here's another one. I'm knocked down against Jupiter, and this Jupiter Gnar does a coconut. So, always gotta backdash this coconut. And because it's a special, because backdash is coded as a special, we can guard cancel into backdash. So I take a few hits of the chip, and then I backdash it, and I'm safe from the rest of the hits of the chip. Now this might have killed me, I have no idea, but I'm able to, not die here and not put myself in a really bad position because I guard canceled into a backdash. And that's just as simple. It depends. This is a timing that depends on what character you're playing. Generally, so the lowest backdash is like 16 or something, or the shortest backdash is like 16. I think it's Venus's, and the longest is like 25 or 26. So depending on what character you play, you'll have to backdash up at a different timing. But for Venus and Mercury, You generally have to take 2 to 3 hits of the coconut before you can guard cancel backdash safely and not get hit by the rest of them. So yeah, that's just generally some situations, very general situations, where you want to guard cancel to regain control of neutral after your opponent throws a fireball. This is especially good depending on what kind of matchup it is. If you just have a better fireball with better startup, faster startup, less recovery frames than your opponent, then you are going to be doing this a lot because you get to do that. If your opponent has a slower, worse projectile than you, then you get to own them when it comes to guard canceling into a fireball. And then here I'm guard canceling as a reversal option to reverse the situation and win this round. Here I'm doing it preemptively because my opponent pressed a button and I'm going to get that punish. And here I was doing it defensively again to avoid chip damage. And I didn't win off, unlike this first one, I didn't reverse it and make myself win, but I reversed it to avoid chip damage. I did the backdash to avoid chip damage so that I, could continue playing the round and not just die outright. So yeah, that's generally some very general situations where you want to use backdash, or where you want to use guard canceling, whether you're guard canceling into specials or backdash.